Ну а сейчас для проведения второго боя я приглашаю в синий угол бойца Мухаммада Ходжаева.
This is MMA Series 20, Time of New Heroes. We are live from St. Petersburg, Russia. I'm Ian M16 Butlin, and this is bout number 2 of the evening. Making his way down to the blue corner, Mohammad Kajayev. As we await his entrance to the stage. As always, if you're watching on the Clash TV app at home, please score and clap for your favourite fighters. Discuss the fights in the chat room, and I will be scoring the fights as we go. This is Mohammad Kajayev making his way to this lightweight contest. Shadowboxing there from the southpaw stance. He's a record of 3 wins and 7 defeats. A few more losses early on. His record recently is 50-50, win-loss. He seems to have a good result and then comes back and a poor result. His wins generally come in from TKOs, so good, strong as he's standing, but then when the fights go to the floor, his losses come in by submission. So I think we can easily predict for this fight, he's going to want to try and keep the fight standing and win from there. So 70.3 kilograms is the limit for the lightweight division, 155 pounds. He's there just 0.2 over, which is well inside the pound allowance. It's 2.2 pounds to a kilogram for those working from pounds to kilos. So here you'll see assistant referee Vasylav Kiselev checking over the gloves there, checks the padding. The bandages will have been checked at cage side, then checks for the groin guard and gum shield.
А в красный угол клетки приглашается боец Дмитрий Вахрутдинов.
So making his way down to the red corner for this lightweight contest. From here in Russia, Dimitri Vekrudinov. Vakhrutdinov making his debut here. MMA Series 20, our 20th event now in the series. And we've seen some real championship material, real stars building themselves up on this show. And I'm sure these young fighters here making the debuts will be thinking, looking onto those fighters. We've got 2 very impressive fighters in our main event. Kajayev of Russia, 11-0, taking on also unbeaten Vladimir Vasiliev, 7-0. 2 fighters in the main event with 18 fights and no defeats. It's so impressive, especially with the standard of mixed martial arts we see in these Russian competitions. But before that, we have another 10 bouts. And this is debut fighter Dimitri Vekrudinov making his way into the red corner.
Господа, это 3-раундовое противостояние в легком весе. Представляю вам его участников. Боец, представляющий клуб «Борцовский клуб», город Санкт-Петербург, имеет рекорд 3 победы и 7 поражений. Мухаммад Ходжаев! Боец в красном углу представляет город Санкт-Петербург, клуб «Сечь». Сегодня состоится его профессиональный дебют Дмитрий Вахрутдинов. Рефери в клетке Алексей Касаткин.
This is bout number 2, MMA Series 20, live from St. Petersburg. In the blue corner, Kajayev. Red corner, Vakhrutdinov. Straight down to the floor there. Kajayev looking to pass that guard. Pin the legs together. Passes to half guard against the fence. Vakhrutdinov, the debut fighter from Russia, will have seen a debut fighter just lose. He will not be wanting to do the same thing here. Kajayev, again, as I said, a mixed bag and tends to win with the TKO standing. Interesting that he's took this fight to the floor and looking to work past the guard now of Vakhrutdinov. Vakhrutdinov doing the right thing, pushing the head down, controlling the head, looking to get up to a hip, then to his elbow. But the wrist control from Kajayev lifts up and back down to the floor. All that work for nothing. Vakhrutdinov now gives up the back. The bottom hook is in for Kajayev. Nice control there on the back. He's locked a loose body lock there. Vakhrutdinov, to get out of that body lock, needs to get his hips out to the side where the foot is. The right foot of Kajayev. Try to loosen up that position at the moment. He's just throwing strikes from inside the body lock. Looking to get out to the back, turns over, he's now in the full guard. A nice escape there. Kajayev pulls his legs up, looks to grip round. He's got that S grip at the back, putting lots of pressure onto the back of Vakhrutdinov. He's slammed down. Vakhrutdinov now really needs to turn the head round towards the fence if he's going to work from inside the guard. It'd be better having him against the fence, squashing up the back so he can't work that guard work. There he's allowing him the chance to stand back up. I think well circled off by Khojaev. He was aware of where he was. Now sat with that guard open. Will he start to work the legs up? Work his feet to the hips. Controlling the posture very well. Keeping his opponent close to him. But again there, just gripping on, tightening the legs, tightening the hands. With a stall in the action like this, the referee may step in. We've seen quite quick step-ins before on MMA series. Don't like the lack of action. None of us really like a lack of action. And there he stands back up. Great work there. Kajayev back to his feet. Into that southpaw stance. Let's see if he starts to work some of those solid strikes. We have seen him finish quickly with strikes. Orthodox stance of Vakhrutdinov. Lead outside low kicks there from Kajayev. Whipped in to the lead leg. Feinting with his head, feinting with his body, then leads the left hand. Second, just slightly out of distance, he's pulling them short. Not looking to commit too much. You see the stats on the screen there. Fairly even on strikes thrown and landed. Again, trying to line up with the jab. Drop down to the body, then the jab up to the head there. That lead outside low kick. Again, chopping into the lead leg. Switches to the double leg, down to the floor. So again, we see holding onto the head. We've seen in previous weeks that shoulder choke, the Von Flue choke, coming from people holding onto the head once the guard is passed. Still holding onto the head, even though the pass to mount has been made. Nice control and transitions there from Mohammad Kajayev, who for me has won that first round. Nice control, the 2 takedowns and the control while he's been on the floor. If you're watching at home on a Clash TV app, please clap for your favorite fighters, score these fights. As we look at the replay of that first round, a nice catch of the kick by Khojaev. This big slam to side control. And again, when he was caught underneath, tied up very well, stopped any work from Vakhrutdinov. And the nice control there, transition to side control. So for me, on my card, definitely around there for Mohammad Kajayev, the more experienced of the two. The stats showing him slightly ahead there on strikes. I think as well with the control, takedowns. It's MMA Series 20. Kajayev versus Vakhrutdinov. For me, Kajayev ahead on points. My stats here in front of me say he had 56% control in that first round. I tend to agree with that. Side kick there from Kajayev. Both sharing that center circle in the cage. Neither really controlling the footwork or taking the initiative. There's Vakhrutdinov, took control forwards, then swaps for Kajayev. Neither really controlling the positioning or the cage. See the higher percentage landed from Kajayev. Still continuing to work from opposite stances. That broke the nose there, or at least bust the nose. Nice solid left jab, and you can see it's bothering Vakhrutdinov as the blood pours down now from both nostrils. Nice level change, pick up. And down. This time he couldn't get the side control, he couldn't get the turn. Vakhrutdinov did the right thing by linking his legs around. You see they're bleeding heavily from the nose now, the debut fighter. Kajayev, top half guard. Firing shots in, he's really smelt blood there. You can see him looking to finish. Punches to the body, punches to the head, lefts and rights. Vakhrutdinov trying to control the head, but great posture there. Looking to step the knee down to the middle. Needs to watch out for that up kick as he comes in, past, into side control. Vakhrutdinov tying up the arms. But that's another solid shot through there with the left hand down the middle. Elbows now dropping down. Into the mount position. This is not looking good for Vakhrutdinov, who's not been the same since that nose was broken there by the lead right jab. Big shots coming down. Vakhrutdinov taking shots, turning his head away. How many more will the referee let him take? That is it over. Ground and pound win for the man from Uzbekistan. Bettering his record now to 4 wins and 7 defeats.
Просим бойцов пройти на середину клетки для подведения итогов этого боя. Уважаемые зрители, на 3-й минуте второго раунда Техническим нокаутом одержал победу боец Мухаммад Khojaev.
So there we go, winner Mohammad Kajayev. Let's watch the replay of this lightweight contest. Kajayev in the blue corner took on debut fighter Vakhrutdinov. A fairly even backwards and forwards first round, but with some big slams from Kajayev, just edging it on the card for me. Round number 2 starts with a big side kick, but it was the jab that broke the nose of Vakhrutdinov, and Kajayev did not let him off the hook. He smelt blood and he went for the finish. Big ground and pound punches with lefts and rights, forcing the referee to step in and stop the fight.